welcome back once more, my friends, to another chance to cruise away here on Gecko. Sit back, relax, and let our experienced team here in Oz put together the most dream-worthy cruise and stay holidays, unlocking the very best value with all the major cruise lines around the world. Now, in this show, we're heading to Asia in search of the rich beauty and heritage in this part of the world. So come with us as we take the spice route from Singapore to Dubai in ultimate luxury with Azamara. We're going to enjoy the summer festivals in Japan next year on the Diamond Princess, and we head to Bangkok for adventures with Princess with all the trappings of their Princess Plus Perks package. Wow, that's difficult to say. Remember, we do all of the packaging of your trips without extra booking fees, and we offer you the biggest adventures for the best value for money. So let's start with a taste of the high life then, with relaxed and sophisticated Azamara journeys for April in 2026. Now, our 24-night trip follows the route of ancient spice traders across fascinating parts of the world. And we'll start our trip by flying from Sydney over to Singapore to spend 2 nights drinking in the culture of this diverse and fascinating city. And fascinating it is, whether you are just a wanderer or whether you want to go and see the highlights. Oh my word, you're going to love this, and you're also going to love Singapore by night as well. Obviously, you know, usually when we're traveling through Singapore, aren't we? It's a layover for a flight or whatever. We won't have that long to see it. Here, you get to actually enjoy the city for a nice relaxed couple of nights stay in a hotel. And then, oh my word, from your hotel, however nice the hotel is, it's not going to be a patch on what you're about to enjoy on Azamara. Now, this is the Azamara Onward. We're going to be on board, and you're getting a flavour of life on board from the footage here. Less than 700 passengers on board. So this is a completely and utterly different cruising experience. And there's so much included in your cruise fare as well. There are complimentary events on board, and there are destination celebrations. They have something called Azamazing Evenings. Well, they'll arrange for a local entertainer or a guest to actually come on board, or they'll take you to some special experience within the port itself. You've got standard spirits, international beers and wines, your service charges, all of your soft drinks, specialty teas and coffees included, self-service laundry, shuttle services into the port. But more importantly, when you're in port, you're there for longer as well. And of course, these smaller ships can get into some of the ports that the larger, more commercial cruise lines can't get into. There's an amazing spa on board, which you should definitely take advantage of and treat yourself to a lovely pamper or two. And you can go shopping in indulgences as well, buy designer jewellery there as well. You can check into the living room, which is open through the day and the evening as well. Just a lovely place to just relax and enjoy conversations, hear from interesting speakers, or of course you could just relax on endless deck space there, and it's classic decking as well, which is lovely. So this is really traditional cruising in a very, very modern setting with so much laid on as part of your cruise fare as well. You'll love the dining on board. It's very, very curated, lovely, lovely menus, lots and lots of different choices, couple of specialty choices if you want to treat yourself as well. But we're going to be on board for the best part of 3 weeks, 20 nights on board out of Singapore. And we're heading first to the iconic Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Go and see the Petronas Towers. I mean, the view there from that bridge that goes across is spectacular and has to be seen as you look across the city. It's wonderful. Then we start your spice route. We head into Sabang first, which is part of Indonesia. I mean, I would be heading straight for that beach at the top picture there. It looks absolutely amazing. There are lots of tour excursion opportunities available from Azamara as well. Then we're in Hambantota in Sri Lanka, where you can take a tour of the sacred city of Katagarama and explore the ancient religious sites there in the temple town, which was just a small village back in medieval times. We cruise on to the capital of Sri Lanka, which is Colombo. There's a tour here to the Mathura Jawela wetlands, and you can do a cruise journey by boat there across the wetlands, and it's the largest saline coastal peat bog in Sri Lanka. It sounds lovely, actually. Next, we cruise on to Cochin in India. There's an overnight here, so 2 full days. One of the tours you might like here is an exclusive Kathakali show, which is a wonderful, wonderful kind of puppet show. Really lovely, lovely, vibrant costumes there as well. A day at sea, we're in Mumbai. Now, we're here for 2 days as well, so a couple of tour ideas. There's a heritage walk where you can stroll the streets of Mumbai with a guide and see all the landmarks there. Also see Mumbai by night as well on an evening drive down Marine Drive, which would be lovely. We cruise on after a couple of days at sea to Muscat in Oman. Now, we're here from 8 in the morning until 10 in the evening as well, so a good full day here in the capital of Oman. You can go out and see the desert scapes which are nearby and the forts. A day at sea, we're in Abu Dhabi. This is again the playground of the rich and famous. We're here again for a long day from 8 in the morning until 10 at night as well. Ferrari World, the Etihad Towers, you've got lots and lots of different choices and umpteen shopping malls. Sabaniyas Island is next in the Emirates. Palm trees, cabanas and nearly 400,000 square feet of wonderful beaches for you to enjoy a nice relaxing day there. We end the cruise in Dubai by staying on board for an extra night, and then we come off and we're in a hotel in Dubai for 2 nights, so plenty of time to explore and see the real highlights there. And that is anything from the most spectacular mosques, these massive buildings here on the skyline. Of course, the tallest building in the world is there. Again, lots and lots of shopping opportunities, but you can also wander the traditional souks as well and take a tour maybe on one of those ancient dhow boats there, which take you right back to the early days of Dubai. After being there for your 3 nights in total, 1 on the ship and 2 in a hotel, will then fly you back to Sydney. So, wow. Again, look at all of the ground you are travelling. Look at how much of the globe we are dealing with on this particular holiday, taking that lovely ancient spice route through from Singapore across Malaysia and Indonesia to Sri Lanka, onto some real highlight ports in India as well, and then into the Emirates, Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So a nice relaxed pace of holiday all of the way through. We've included, of course, all of your flights and that fabulous, very, very luxurious Azamara cruise on the Onward as well. Let's take a look at your price tag for the whole entire package, because this is a cut above the rest. This is cruising with a very few, remember, rather than cruising with the many. So a really bespoke experience for you. A very high crew to passenger ratio, so a very relaxed feeling on board, and so much normally that you would be paying for on a regular cruise included as part of your fare here as well. They're amazing ships. I hear nothing but rave reviews from them. The one thing I will say is when you go luxury cruising once, you will be forever smitten as well. So prepare to be wowed and dazzled by this holiday experience. If you've got any other questions, by the way, anything that I haven't covered as we've gone through the holiday, just give us a call, 1300 407 687. Now we'll look at upgrades from here as well. You've got an amazing interior on board the Onward here. There are your ocean view balcony and exceptional suite prices as well. And just to talk to you about the inclusions as part of an Azamara cruise, variety of dining venues and room service, take those for granted, they're all included. Beers, wines and spirits all day and all night, they're included as well. The signature As Amazing evenings, those really lovely curated events, are part of this as well. Tips and gratuities all sorted, extra overnights, longer stays in port, as I mentioned before as well. No hassle, no crowds, and a lovely, lovely, warm and attentive service from Azamara. So if that tickles your fancy, give us a call right now, toll free, 1300 407 687. And of course you can find all the Azamara adventures that there are around the world on our website at cruiseaway.com.au, and you'll find thousands of fabulous offers there as well. Of course, that's looking into 2026. Maybe you're looking for something in just a few weeks' time. Well, we've got late deals on our website as well. Again, cruiseaway.com.au. Right, something very special now, because our holiday planning takes us to Japan next summer to explore more in the way only a cruise can. Now, we're taking a comprehensive Japan and South Korean adventure here, starting on the 24th of February for 22 nights. And we're flying straight from Sydney to the awesome capital of Japan, Tokyo. And this is a city you'll want to explore. So we've included 3 nights here in a hotel. And it is just a wonderful, wondrous city, Tokyo. Again, there's so much to enjoy. And really drink in the flavours of the culture in this city. Enjoy the very modern and enjoy way back in time, all in one incredible city. If you get the chance, take the bullet train experience, take it to anywhere just so that you've done it. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. They'll always be on time, remember. That's one thing you can guarantee in Japan. Everything's on time. Then it's time for us to cruise. We are on the exceptional Diamond Princess. She is the cruise ship for this part of the world. She does nothing but itineraries in this part of the world, and so the crew on board are incredibly knowledgeable about this part of the world, and they offer the most amazing excursions along the way as well. I'll talk to you about some of the things that you can do in the ports, but there's a full program of excursions that you can look at before you even go on your cruise, so you can sort of plan ahead, because this isn't that far away if you think about it. We're only talking about July here, aren't we? It's really not that far away at all. It comes up very, very soon before we even know it. Here's some of the dining. A lot of that dining is including maid dining, restaurants included. There are some other casual dining experiences that you pay a little bit extra for. And then there are the specialty dining restaurants, which you'll really not want to miss and treat yourself to as part of this cruise. There's the Horizon Court, which is your casual dining, that buffet which is there, station after station after station. You should see the breakfast offering on these buffets, and of course you can do breakfast in main dining restaurants as well and have it served to you and freshly cooked and prepared. But it's quite nice to just go down to the buffet and just see the huge, and I mean huge, array of different choices. Of course, you can treat yourself to wonderful spa experiences. They've got the onsen Japanese bath there, which is exclusive on the Diamond Princess, which is something that a lot of people like to treat themselves to. Of course, all the other pools and whirlpools are included for you as part of your fare. You can see the staterooms are lovely. They're lovely calm colours. They're nice and spacious. Everything you need is there for you. All the mod cons are there, you know, sockets near the bed, things that are really important to us these days. Wonderful bathrooms for you to enjoy, and very, very comfy beds on board, I have to say. You will love them. They even employ sleep experts to develop their beds and their bedding on board. So you're going to have a great time. The spectacular entertainment is there for you. And again, that's part of your fare as well. And that really is kind of West End style shows that you'll be enjoying. And other entertainment as well, live game shows. There are comedy, there's, you know, nightclubs. So there's something to keep you busy and entertained all day and all night. But let me tell you, this is quite some exploration of a cruise that we're taking here. So we cruise out of the port of Yokohama down the coast from Tokyo, and then we have our first day at sea and we're at Kagoshima. Now here, one of the major highlights is that big volcano that you can see there in the background at Sakurajima. Lots of people head there. There's also the sand bath and the hot springs as well. It's really, really nice to experience something like that when you're somewhere geothermal. Next, we go into Busan in South Korea, and you can head to the Biff Square here and wander through the street food stalls and the trendy shops, and also enjoy views over the city from the famous Busan Tower. A day at sea, we're back into Japan, into Akita. Senshu Park here, when it's in full bloom, is absolutely incredible. Fascinating folklore museum here to enjoy as well. Next, we head into a really popular port in Japan, and it's Aomori. Towada Lake here is absolutely stunning. The blooms, whether it be the colours of the trees or the colour of the wisteria, the wonderful planting here, is always spectacular in this part of the world, and this should be the absolute sweet spot time to see the colourful blooms. A day at sea, and we're into Hitachinaka, which is steeped in traditional history here. Very famous shrines here, and it's home to one of the biggest Buddha statues in the world. we come back into Yokohama, which is the port city for Tokyo, but it's a wonderful place in its own right, actually. Has a lovely landmark Tower Sky Garden for views over the city. Yamashita Park is great for a little wander as well. And then we start another cruise, a day at sea, for a second visit into Aomori. Now you can take a tour here to Hirosaki and see the floats of the Nobuta Matsuri Festival, which happens here, full of mythical warriors here. And you can visit a 100-year-old Japanese garden too. A day at sea, we're into Kochi. There's a tour here for a botanical tour, actually, to a garden modelled on Claude Monet's garden with nearly 70,000 flowers, and it has a wonderful water garden there as well. We head next into Tokushima, where a tour can take a highlights of the area here, a scenic drive to Mount Bizan with amazing views and lovely temples which date back to the 8th century. A day at sea, we disembark in Yokohama, and then we will transfer you to the airport in Tokyo and then fly you back to Sydney. Had to think about where all of those places were there. What a dizzying trip this is. I mean, right the way across. Some ports on this itinerary that I have never seen on other cruise itineraries as well, I have to say. So you're going into some really unusual places. You're going into a couple of the places twice there, which is brilliant because, again, you can experience different things when you return, and really nice to be punctuated with an extra day in Yokohama right in the middle of the cruise as well, because that is well worth the day actually touring around. So this is an amazing trip, I have to say. And in the price I'm about to give you, we've included the flight from Sydney over to Tokyo, 3 nights in a hotel there. Longer if you want it, we can always build more nights in, but the package as it is has 3 nights. And then you've got further 19 nights of cruising of wonderful Japan, celebrating the summer festivals that are happening left, right and centre at this time of the year as well. You'll be guided as to where those are taking place and the places to go. They will have tours especially to some of the summer festivals as well. We include the transfer at the end of your cruise back to the airport in Tokyo, and of course your flight back to Sydney. And how we've done all of that for the price I'm about to show you right now. This is for July. Is always a very, very peak travel season around the world. It really is. It's the height of the tourist season. So actually, for us to get as much travel as we're squeezing into this adventure at a time of year where you are going to see the lovely colour that you were just seeing behind me there in the wonderful flora and fauna in Japan, at just under $6,000 per person. Incredible. Now that's based on interior, but if you want to upgrade your experience and have a wonderful view out to sea while you're cruising, then you might want to go for ocean view, for balcony, or one of the suites. And I was recently on board one of the Princess ships and looking around their suites. Oh my word, what a treat. I mean, there are lots of different grades of suites as well that you can look at. You'll see the full details if you have a look at this offer on our website. That number, the cruise ID at the top left of the screen there, you can put that straight into our website and see lots more detail about all the different options of staterooms that you can go for. And of course, if you've got any questions or you want to change the package in any way, just talk to the team, just give us a call. We're always there, 1300 407 687. And of course, many other adventures. If you're thinking about Japan, if it's on your bucket list, you'll see them on our shows every single day here on Gecko. Remember, we're here 3 times a day as well, 10 in the morning, 1 and 4 in the afternoon. Or you can watch all our shows right now on our YouTube channel as well. Just go to YouTube and search for CruiseAway Australia and you will find us there and our many adventures. But again, any questions you have, just talk to the team. Now, our final Asian beauty in this show heads to dizzying Thailand with its rich mix of fascinating culture and diverse landscapes, all lapped up in style on an all-inclusive princess cruise, this time on the Diamond Princess. Now, our 14-night trip begins on the 28th of January in 2026, so we're locking in a good price today for something happening at the start of 2026. We're flying again first from Sydney to Singapore, a chance to reconnect with this enchanting city. So we've got 2 nights here in a hotel, and I love that actually, because you very much do need to see in Singapore, if you haven't been for a while, you need to see how the city transforms from day to night as well, because it's a big business district as well, isn't it, Singapore? There's a lot of industry and business happens in Singapore, but there's a lot of tourism there as well. And you really do need to see how spectacular things like Gardens by the Bay and the cloud forest look at night and down at Clarke Quay. Then we are here on Diamond Princess. Now we're here on Diamond Princess all inclusive. So I want to let you know what that means. It means that you're going to have a full drinks package here with beers, wines, spirits, cocktails, prosecco, soft drinks, specialty teas and coffees all included in that drinks package. You're going to have full Wi-Fi for a device, and it's brilliant Wi-Fi as well, which comes via satellite. Extra casual dining included, and if you want food and drink delivered to where you are on the ship, say you find the perfect place up on deck, you can literally just order food and drink via the app, because you're wearing your little medallion, as everyone does when they're on board. And that food and drink comes to the very spot that you are, which is brilliant, without extra delivery charges. Same for room service as well. You can order room service, absolutely complimentary, no extra delivery charges when it comes to your stateroom. So if you fancy one night of your cruise, do you know what? Actually, we've had a long day in port, we've had a busy day, we've been exploring, and actually don't even fancy getting dressed and going for dinner. Fine, you don't need to at all. You can literally just order room service and stay in and watch a good film, because there's loads of films available on the interactive TV. You'll find lots of presentations on the TV as well about ports that you're going to, you know, live game shows that you might have missed. You can even watch some of the shows via the TV as well, which I think is quite clever. So the whole experience on Princess is brilliant, because as I say before, you just wear this little medallion clipped to you. You can charge things to your stateroom. You can find out where you are. You can book events. You can use the app to see how busy or not the restaurants are in real time. You can really take things as you want to, as relaxed as you like when you're on board with Princess. They kind of make cruising so easy. All you do is just get on board, relax, enjoy all the trappings, enjoy all the shows and the various activities. And honestly, you can be very busy all day and all night if you want to be. But conversely, no one's ringing a bell saying, right, come on, it's time for this, it's time for that. If you want to take it easy, if you want to spend a lot of time horizontal on a lounger, no problem whatsoever. If you want a late breakfast, brunch, no problem whatsoever. There is food and drink available for you 24 hours a day included in your fare. And you've got unique experiences that you can enjoy as well. Things like movies under the stars, wandering through the art gallery. You can buy the pieces as well. So here's our 11-night cruise out of Singapore to Kuala Lumpur first. In Malaysia, of course, a massive, massive city. I would love to go to the Batu Caves. They look absolutely fascinating. You need good shoes for that day, though. It's a lot of walking. Next, we head on to Langkawi, where, again, I'd like to take it easy on this day. Maybe take one of those lovely mangrove tours with a local guide there, and just enjoy the sheer serenity of it. I just think this is such a beautiful part of the world. We head into Phuket in Thailand now. And I hear from many, many people who've been to this part of the world that the elephant sanctuary is one of the most life-affirming experiences you could ever have, to kind of make friends with the elephants on that day. How wonderful. Penang is next in Malaysia. Penang, very, very full of very, very auspicious temples and buildings. So I think a little bit of a step back in time for this day in Penang before we head to Koh Samui. Koh Samui has these incredible temples and monuments as well, but also is known and famed for its very, very long and beautiful, pristine, relaxed beaches. Next, we head into Bangkok. I would recommend, because you're in the port for Bangkok here, take a tour into the city. Go and do some highlights while you're there. You're here for a day, so get as much squeezed into that day as you possibly can. A couple of days at sea, and then we leave the Diamond Princess in Singapore, and we're staying here for another night, which is brilliant, because there might be a restaurant that you had and enjoyed on your very first couple of nights before we cruised, and you thought, oh, it'd be lovely to go back there. Or maybe you want to go and do the whole Singapore thing in the Raffles Hotel. That would be quite nice to do. The Singapore sling thing. Maybe that's a new thing. I don't know. Be wonderful to do. It's one of those things that you kind of culturally you need to have done, because everyone, when you come back from Singapore, I think everyone will say to you, did you have a Singapore sling? So, you know, you may as well do it. It's got to be done, hasn't it? And remember, while you're cruising, you're enjoying all of the benefits of the Princess Plus inclusive package. And again, I'll just remind you that over that cruise, that is a full drinks package, which is brilliant. And there's so many drinks that covers as well. You know, soft drinks, cocktails, mocktails, non-alcoholic beverages, and your beers, wine, spirit, cocktails, Prosecco, you know, specialty teas and coffees, all of that covered. Wi-Fi for a device, and it's brilliant Wi-Fi from satellite, covered. Extra casual dining venues that normally have a charge, you have Princess Plus, no charge for those. Plus delivery of food and drink to the very spot you are on the ship or into your stateroom without extra charges for that as well. And there are so many other benefits as well, fitness classes, premium desserts, all kinds of things are included as part of your cruise. So when you bear that in mind, and I show you a price which is ridiculously low, you know this is one of the best loved cruise brands in the world. And look, and we've got a total of 3 nights, remember, staying in Singapore hotels as well, plus your flights to and from Singapore. That's covered in this package as well. It is ridiculous, and you should snap it up right now. I know it's early 2026, but you're locking that price in now and getting a lot for it, because the price of travel everywhere around the world is on the rise, I have to say. So we're keeping you the right side of that before it happens by saying, okay, let's do your planning for, best part of a year and a bit away, but let's lock in the price today. Here's your upgrade prices if you want to go to Ocean View, balcony, or up to the suite. The suite comes with extra perks, of course, as well, which is lovely. Just give us a call right now on 1300 407 687 if you want details of the upgrades. Again, just to reiterate, that Princess Plus package and what it's including, you can see it's over $700 worth, which you're getting here. So the full plus drinks package, that's drinks up to a $22 value per drink, which is really, really good. Again, always drink responsibly, one at a time, I always say. Unlimited Wi-Fi, unlimited juice bar, premium desserts, a couple of those a day, and they're so yummy. And they're big as well, they're lovely. Fitness classes, which kind of balances out the premium desserts. Casual dining, you've got more of that included. Ocean Now delivery, which is food and drink coming to you on the spot you are in the ship. And room service without delivery charges too. That's what you're enjoying as part of this lovely Singapore, Thailand and Bangkok cruising. Incredible. Just lap it up and enjoy it, I would. Call us right now, 1300 407 687. Now, bear in mind that when we show you an offer, you know, for this one, for instance, the Princess Plus package is in there. In 3 months' time, it might be the same price for the offer, but without the Princess Plus included. I know this is a long way away in January 2026, but we're saying lock in that deal now. That's the flights, the hotel stays, and the cruise all inclusive at that price tag. If we come back to this offer in 2 or 3 months' time, it might not have the all-inclusive element to it, which, remember, you know, is $700 plus worth of value that you are getting in your package. So snap it up super quickly. And many more offers, of course, from Princess and all the other major cruise lines are on our website as well, cruiseaway.com.au. So make sure you go and have a little look. And at the bottom of the website, pop your email address in there as well, because then we can keep you updated every single day with the latest hot offers that are always there. In fact, they're hotter than that. In fact, I need some water now. Anyway, listen, thanks for your company as always. Come back and cruise away again very soon. Take care.